Welcome once again to the Genesis 1:27-28 woman. A very beautiful place to be in. I told you that each time I think about coming to have a session, I'm like, wow, this is a beautiful time to go and share what the Lord has put upon my heart and what I have learned. So you are welcome, welcome. And for those of you who are joining us for the very first time, just take some time and go look at a couple of videos and you'll get to appreciate the Genesis 1:27-28 woman. She's a very beautiful woman. I trust when you get to know her, you will want to be her. And if you work at it, you will surely not only be her based on the fact that you have been blessed to be her, but you will be her in action. Isn't that a beautiful thing? Yeah, I know it is. And for me, it's always been a beautiful one. Today, I just want to talk about skill. We had mentioned it some time back. And it's an interesting thing when you get into discussing skill. I know for many of us who have been listening up in the news and getting to know various cases around the world, one of the things that they'll say is that we're looking out for skilled labor. Skilled labor. And usually you'll realize that skilled labor earns higher returns. So when you go out to look for a job and they ask you, what kind of skill do you have? What can you do? You know, all those interview questions which come, they are basically looking for what is your skill, what is the thing that you have that makes you different from the rest. And you get to realize that the questions that keep coming your direction are trying to find a particular skill. Then even when you go general, they'll try to bring you down. For example, okay, what course did you do? And you say, I did a business administration. What exactly did you do in business administration? I did accounting. Okay, for the accountants, I probably accounting is wide, but you go down on which part of accounting did you specialize in? One says, probably I am an auditor. And maybe if there are other levels down, you just keep going down and get more specific. Now, something beautiful about skill is that it takes you to a place that differentiates you from others. When the Bible says when the temple was being built, when God directed Moses on the building of the ark, and the Bible says they were skilled in their craft. Now you look at that, even God looks for skill when he's doing his work. You're not just going to wake up and say, I am a general in everything, and you expect to give the very best in something. When people are looking out for someone who is going to do the job well, they look for skill in the particular person. So if you come with a junk of all this trade, well, that is well appreciated. But when they want to work specifically done to the best and the later, they're going to look for a particular skill. Now I just want us for a moment to look at Proverbs chapter 20. So Proverbs chapter 22 verse 29. Do you see a man skillful in his work? He will stand before kings. He will not stand before obscure men. Now, a Genesis 1:27-28 woman, you may ask the question, how do I get to that position where I am fruitful, where I multiply, where I replenish, subdue, and have dominion? Now, this is one of the key things that you need, girl. You need to build your skill. Now, for some of us who are still discovering our giftings, you may still be jumping here and there and all that kind of thing, but I beseech you to go deep into prayer. Seek God about it. He's the one who created you, so he knows what he put within you. If you're getting lost in everybody's thoughts, everybody saying, I think you can do this. No, this should be the way for you. Or because your parents went this way, I think you should also gain that skill. That may not be your way to go. So you gotta take time and reflect, look into yourself and say, what is the thing I love to do that I can really do? What is the thing I can build upon and build a skill that can make me stand before kings? From my work experience, I've been in the trade sector for over the last 10 years, but there are men and women I admire that I work with, and they have built a skill that when you want anything in a particular field, you just say, hey, go look for that gentleman, go look for that lady. And this has not been something, probably they didn't grow up with it. Some of them maybe they love the numbers or so, but some of them along the way they just built on this skill. They saw something beautiful and decided to build on it. So the question is, how do you get to that place where you are so skillful that you can stand before kings and kings actually seek your counsel because of the skill you have? It takes commitment. It takes discipline, it takes research, it gets work, it takes work to get to a skill. You'll see a carpenter and he begins to work on his a particular piece of wood. Over the years he builds so much skill that when you look at his work you're like, wow, this carpenter did a good job. So it will equally take you, girl, to build your skill. The Bible has clearly pointed out to us, Proverbs 22:29. Do you see a man skilled in his work? Let me just pick it up again. Do you see a man skillful in his work? He will stand before kings. And I can testify to that. There are people who just come and speak because of the skill they have in a particular field, and you will have no questions for them. And even if you try to probably critique, you're only critiquing maybe because you think, okay, I need to critique, he's a consultant. Or probably you just need more thought or more opening up on a particular field, but you are satisfied with what he's done. But I'm not saying that when you get skillful you don't have room to learn. Someone who is skillful is a learner, and you cannot say I'm skillful without having the spirit of learning. So how did you get to be a Genesis 1:27-28 woman? Girl, you gotta grow your skill. What is that you love to do? Are you interested in acting? Go grow that skill. Are you interested in cooking? Go grow that skill. Or first, I'm taking some classes in baking, interesting bakery in that field. And the gentleman that I take them from, he's pretty good at what he does. And he has been in that field for quite a while. And you can see his skill in that baking aspect, in the cookery section. And it's something that he loves to do. He is being sought after here and there. Why? Because of his skill, not just because of his name. Now, you've got to realize that there are people you look for not because of they're called Elizabeth, no, but because of the skill that they have built within them. And if you go further and analyze how they build that skill, you'll be amazed at their story. And it's not that they fell from Mars, it is something that you could do. You just gotta get out of that comfort zone, girl, and build on that. And like I always tell you, you cannot do it without the owner of your life. God gave you life. He put in you that ability to be able to do what you can do. He put in you the creativity. The fact that you are creative taps from his image. You are created in the image of God. So do not run away from him. Stick into him, girl, and you'll be amazed at what your skill can do. Whatever it is, that ability to do something, ask God to rest his spirit upon him, and you will be so exceptional. Because there are so many people who have the skill you have, they're building in day and out, but what makes the super difference, girl, is you getting hinged onto the author of your skill, and that is God the Father himself, and his spirit gives you the ability to do everything that you are able to do. So know it within you. You're able to grow that skill. Get out of the dilly-dallying zone. Get out of the comfort zone. Wake up, girl, and begin to work at something. There is something I recently began to do, and I learned it from someone. I will share it with you in my upcoming videos. And I began to realize that every time that I try to probably get lazy about it, I get reminded of, okay, you cannot get lazy on day 3. You need to build something. If you're going to see results, you need to work on it. Do not give up along the way. Do not end what you started because you're lazy or because you do not see results in 1 or 2 days. Work on it, girl, and you will see a difference. So remember, Proverbs 22:29. Now, to put your name in here. Do you see Elizabeth skillful in her work? She will stand before kings and not before obscure men. So, do you see Angela? Do you see Betty? Do you see Elizabeth? Do you see Cara? Do you see Victoria? Do you see yourself? With your skill, you can stand before kings. God bless you. Till next time, I hope to hear from you that you have developed that skill and grown it into some big giant. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you.